This childish painting is the most beautiful painting I have ever seen in my entire life. Why? Because it dares to break the rules. It does not try to be a perfect photograph. It does not try to impress us with accuracy. Instead, it dares to feel. Look at it, the swirling sky, the trembling brushstrokes, the rhythm of light and darkness. At first glance, it looks almost childish, as if someone ignored technique, ignored perfection. But that is where its beauty lies. In this painting, we see not the world as the eye sees it, but the world as the soul feels it. And that, my friends, is where true art begins. It is more than a photocopy of night sky. It is more than a photocopy. It is more than the ability to capture what the eye can see. It is the ability to reveal what the heart feels, what the soul longs for, and what the mind struggles to express. 3 years ago, I painted a tiger with hyper-realistic detail. Every stripe, every whisker, every shade of fur was exact. People admired it. They said it looked like a photograph. But over time, I realized something. That painting, though technically perfect, did not breathe. It did not have a soul. And then I looked at this painting, Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. At first glance, it doesn't look real. The stars are too big. The sky swirls unnaturally. The colors are exaggerated. Yet this painting is alive. It speaks. It sings. It whispers truths about existence that no photograph ever could. Look at the sky. Not a calm, peaceful sky, but a sky that moves, that twists, that breathes. Those swirling blues are not simply the color of night. They are the color of emotion, of restlessness, of a storm inside the human heart. Vincent painted this in 1889 from the window of his asylum room in Saint-Rémy-de-Provence. He was not free. He was struggling with his own mind, his own pain, his own isolation. And yet, through that small barred window, he saw the universe. He did not paint what the eye sees. He painted what the soul feels when it looks at the infinite night. Notice the stars. They are not distant, cold points of light. They are radiant, burning orbs, almost alive. Each star pulses with intensity as if it carries the weight of eternity. In reality, stars are tiny specks in the vast sky. But to a man lying awake at night, filled with longing and loneliness, they feel overwhelming. They feel closer. They feel divine. These swirls, they are not clouds. They are not mere wind. They are the rhythm of existence, the cosmic dance of energy, endlessly flowing. Scientists, years later, have compared Van Gogh's swirls to real patterns of turbulence found in nature, in water, in air, even in galaxies. How did he see this? How did a man, in the midst of his suffering, capture the very laws of the universe with his brush? Because Van Gogh was not copying, he was not photographing, he was translating, he was taking the invisible forces of life, the chaos, the motion, the eternity of it all, and giving them shape, color, and rhythm. Now, look below. The village, small, quiet, still. While the heavens above rage with energy, the village sleeps in silence. This contrast is no accident. Life on Earth is small, fragile, temporary. The people in those homes sleeping peacefully. Their world is narrow, safe, ordinary, but above, the cosmos burns with endless mystery. Do you see it? This is not just a painting. This is a philosophy, a reflection on the human condition. We live our small lives in tiny villages under roofs that protect us, within routines that comfort us, and yet above us stretches infinity, wild, beautiful, terrifying. Most of us never look up, but Van Gogh forces us to. And there, reaching up from the earth to the sky, the dark cypress tree, tall, almost flame-like. In Van Gogh's time, cypress trees were symbols of death. They were planted in graveyards. But here, the cypress is not sad. It is not mournful. It connects, it bridges. The cypress unites the sleeping village with the swirling heavens. Life with eternity, earth with the infinite, death with transcendence. Perhaps Van Gogh was telling us that death is not an end, but a reaching, an extension of life toward the infinite dance of the cosmos. The tree is dark, yes, but it is not lifeless. It is alive with fire, with upward movement, with longing. breathe. Ask yourself, why does this painting move us so deeply? It is not because it is accurate. It is not because it is realistic. It is because it is honest. Honest about fear. Honest about loneliness. Honest about the awe we feel when we look at the stars and realize how small we are, and yet how connected we are to something vast, eternal, and beautiful. Van Gogh once wrote to his brother Theo, "For my part, I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars makes me dream." And that is why this painting matters, because it does not just show the stars, it makes us dream. It invites us to feel. It reminds us that art is not a photocopy of what we see, but a translation of what we feel. So the next time you look at Starry Night, do not ask, does it look real? Ask instead, what does it make me feel? Because true art is not about accuracy, it is about soul. And Van Gogh, in his pain, in his solitude, in his longing, gave us a window not into the world as it appears, but into the world as it feels. And that is why, over a century later, this painting still breathes. It still speaks. It still sings.